Welcome student. In this part, the last part of disaster management, this part we will learn about how the building construction can be done, which will make the effect of earthquake in the building less. So you can see the photos of a brick building or masonry building. Masonry building are brittle structure and one of the most vulnerable. The entire building stock under strong earthquake shaking. So a large number of human fatalities is such construction. In such construction during the past earthquake in India collaborates this. So there are two effects of on a masonry building. So say this building, if an earthquake is coming from this direction, okay, then the building topples. The earthquake hits the building on the wider side, the building just topples. On this side the building topples, but if the earthquake is coming from this side, the building doesn't move much, but the building is bent. So this is the way. So in a building or in a room, suppose in a masonry room or four wall, the earthquake is coming from this direction, it can topple the wall B, but the bend of the wall A will be much less. So if so what can be done is so there could be a connection within in the wall A and wall B, then the B on topple, the wall A will hold the wall B. So a number of construction aspects are required to ensure this box action, that box action you have seen. Firstly, the connection between the walls should be good. This can be achieved by ensuring good interlocking of the masonry courses at the junction, that is the four junction, the four corners, employing horizontal band at various level. Secondly, the size of the door and the window opening need to be kept small. The smaller the opening, the larger will be the resistance offered by the wall. Thirdly, the tendency of a wall to topple when pushed in a weak direction can be reduced by limiting its length to thickness and height to thickness. A wall that is too long or tall in comparison to its thickness is particularly vulnerable to shaking in its weak direction. Like you can see in photo, this is too long wall, so this is a chance of more shaking or cracking due to the earthquake. If the wall will be shorter or this wall will be much wider, then the crack or the shaking will be less. Like in case of this also, a thinner and longer wall tends to overturn, but if it becomes thick, then the chance will be much less. In case of mud mortar and cement mortar is the weakest. It crushes easily when dry, flows outward, and has a very low earthquake resistance. In case of cement mortar is a suitable. This mortar mix provides excellent workability for laying brick. So, but the mortar thickness will be 10 millimeter thick. The more than 10 millimeter would be that much good, and less than 10 meter will not hold the brick. Then let's talk about the bend, their horizontal bend. A strategy used in making them earthquake resistant is developing a good box section between all the elements. For example, a horizontal band introduced at the lintel level ties the walls together. Like you have learned about the lintel band top of the opening. So the lintel band is not only for opening but for the whole building to, like, it works as a rubber band which holds the box. So and also in case of this, the opening like wall, door and a window should not be at corner. The corner is for good joint in the all four wall. So if the opening will be in corner, then the building will become weak, the connection will become weak within the wall. So the opening shouldn't be in the corners. Then there are four basic type of band, that is plinth band, roof band, lintel band, and gable band. Plinth band is on top of plinth, and lintel band is on top of opening. These are the some kind of horizontal band, that is plinth band, you can say on here. Then there's a lintel band, there's a floor slab. This here is a floor slab. Then again the lintel band. The roof band is not need for our normal building with flat roof, but in case of timber roof or CJ sheet roof, the roof band is necessary. Then if the roof is a pitch roof, then the gable band is necessary. Then finally, in the basic kind of building, there is another called vertical reinforcement. Embedding vertical reinforcement bar in the edges of the wall piers and anchoring them in the foundation at the bottom and in the roof band and the top forces the slender masonry piers to undergo bending instead of rocking or cracking. So without the vertical, there will be a crack in the masonry, but if the vertical reinforcement done, so there will be lesser crack or no crack due to the earthquake. So if in case of like all the horizontal and vertical support the band, okay, so there will be much lesser effect of earthquake, like crack or breaking of building due to the earthquake. So these are all the most basic type of building construction to resist earthquake. Hope you have informed well. I can inform you well. So thank you very much. This is the end of this 7th module of project management, that is disaster management. Thank you very much.